So we're going to do breading. Proper breading procedure, 3 different things. Seasoned flour, salt, pepper, egg wash. Egg wash is just egg with either milk or water, okay? And it's not equal parts, there's really no measurement, so you just whisk it until it looks like it's going to be thick enough but not too thin, okay? Breadcrumbs. We have 2 different types of breadcrumbs. Regular breadcrumbs, a little more fine, right? And you have panko breadcrumbs. See the difference in them? See how it's a little bit chunkier, if you will? It's got a little more body to it, a little more texture when you bite into it. It's going to be a little bit crunchier, okay? The reason you're doing the seasoned flour is it's going to give a little more flavor. And the flour is going to help with the egg wash adhere to the chicken or whatever you're breading. We're going to do cheese today. So instead of doing mozzarella, you guys are going to do pepper jack cheese cubes. So we're going to bread them, you're going to fry them, you guys can eat. Then we're going to do 2 different breadcrumbs. Like I said, we're going to do a fine one, then we're going to do the panko. This is what they're going to look like when you're done. One trick what you want to do is whenever your breading is, you have all your mise en place done, is you want to keep one hand dry, one hand wet. Okay, because if not, if you go into here and pick it up and then go into the breadcrumb, before you know it, you're going to have breading all over your hand. So if you just use tongs in the dry or the wet, it'll help. What I usually do is I'll use the tongs in the flour, then use tongs in the egg wash, but use my hands in the breadcrumbs. And you don't have to worry about it. And the other thing, remember we talked about not overcrowding the fryer. When you put stuff in, you don't want to have too much in there, it sticks together, same thing in the oven. So in here, we don't want to overdo it in here either. The other thing you can do too, especially with the flour with small pieces, is just use the strainer sifter, and then it just coats the product, okay, with the flour. Now we're going into the egg wash. I'll keep my hands dry. I just use the tongs in here. You want to get some of the excess egg wash off it, so it doesn't get lumps in your breading. And here, oops. And then here, you can use tongs or just use your hands. I'm just going to use my hands. And you just want to go gentle until it's all nice and coated. You can pat it just a little bit, but don't go too much, because what you do is you have a tendency to push the breading off of it. Bring the pan. Oops. That's what it looks like. Now we're going to do one with the pan coat. You can see the difference. So again, we're just shaking off the excess. Put it in our egg wash. What's egg wash again? Go ahead, Nyla. Eggs and what? Water or milk. Good. Yep. Eggs, water, or milk. You wouldn't want to just use straight eggs because it'd be too thick and it may not adhere to your product well enough. Like I said, it's really no recipe to how much water or milk you use. It's just a consistency. So as you do it a few times, you'll see. But if you look at this, see how it's a little bit runny, but you still see the egg? That's what you're looking for there. Like if this one didn't have any water, if I went like that, the egg would stay with it. So that's just the consistency you're looking for there. Then here, your panko. See the difference of the two? See how that's a little bit, has a little more crunch to it? This is a little more fine. So that's a difference. So and when you bite into it, your texture is going to be different. It's going to be a little more crunchier. And this will be just a little more, just like a breading on the outside and not as much crunch. Okay, if you're going to do chicken, here's 2 chicken breasts. Here's one with the regular breading, and here's one with the panko breading. The other thing you want to do too is if you bread it ahead of time, you refrigerate it, it's going to help stick better to it. And I'll show you one. Show you the difference. Here's just chicken breast. And we're not going to refrigerate this, we're just going to go fry it right away. Then we're going to bring it back and I'll show you the two. and see the difference of how that one will stick better than this one. The breading may come off on it. So again, you just in your egg wash, seasoned flour, egg wash, and then your breadcrumbs. Shake off some of the excess egg wash so it doesn't make your breading all a mess over here. Put it in, you can use your hands. I just put it on top. Just pat it down, you don't have to pack it or anything like that. Separate so we can do this. And then we'll fry. We'll fry that one, we'll fry this one and see the two differences. So that's your basic bread procedure. Seasoned flour, egg wash, breadcrumbs. Let's egg wash again. Egg, water, and milk. Good. What's in the flour? And why? You get better flavor. Yep, very good. Any other questions? You want to add any? Okay. You don't always have to wear gloves, but here's the thing. Here's the reason why you do want to wear gloves. So if I go like this, put the same hand in here, and go over here, use the same hand, now I just breaded my fingers. So that's why it's good to use another set of utensils or keep one hand dry and one hand wet. Because if not, if I don't have gloves on, you're going to have that. Now if I have gloves on, just take the gloves off, now my hands are clean. I'm still going to wash it, but my hands are clean. If you didn't have the gloves on, that would be all over your hands. Okay, so you can wear gloves, you don't have to wear gloves. You can use tongs if you want, you don't have to. Good.